What's up, everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 494, I believe. It's 494 or 495? 494. And I got quite a few different thoughts about this one. The first thing, what the hell is Oda doing, okay? Because I know Oda don't do things by mistake. Let's just get this out of the way now, okay? Like, Sanji wanted poster. Look at this shit. It's actually somebody that looks like this. So we have a case of mistaken identity. And this guy's like, give me back my life. I'm being hunted. It's a case of the wrong identity. Seriously, Oda, what the hell are you doing? Like, everybody, like, let's get this straight for a second. Everybody in the crew, except for Usopp and except for Sanji, have actual bounties with their pictures on them. And you gotta think, when it comes to Usopp, like Usopp, king of the snipers at Long Nose, it's pretty easy to kind of put two and two together that that's him. Like, nobody was fooled by the fact that Usopp wasn't the sniper king, okay, or Soge king. Nobody was fooled by that. But with Sanji, like when I first saw the drawing, I was just like, dude, that looks like a 4-year-old drew it. That looks nothing like Sanji. And Oda, again, doesn't do things by mistake. So where is this going? Like, I'm not understanding where this is going. Because, like, this is clear misdirection and Oda isn't even trying to hide it. And I can't even think of what he's trying to hide with Sanji because we know everything about Sanji. So I'm not sure what's going on. Like, the only thing that kind of creeps in my mind a little bit is the fact that Sanji had like a devil fruit book and he was reading it. And I was just like, well, what kid would actually read a devil fruit and why would he want to become invisible? You know, that's the thing with kids when, particularly if you study sociology and psychology, like one of the things you'll notice is like kids are a product of their environment. And anytime you get really small kids, particularly before they hit like the middle school age, if you ever hear them talking about I want to, become invisible or something about monsters or something, there's usually something in their home life that's kind of making them drive towards that. So I'm going, what made Sanji want to become invisible? And I'm like, did Zeph kind of sneak into the bedroom and touch the guy or something? Like, what the hell? Because Zeph is the only place I think he could have gotten that book because he was on a ship before and he was cooking. And he wasn't really getting along with those cooks. And then, like with Sanji, you had the whole thing where Sanji is stranded on the island with Zeph. Zeph has to eat his foot, and Zeph takes him in. So I'm not really getting this. But I'm gonna leave that alone here because this is just something I gotta kind of think of my own because I feel like I'm missing something with Sanji, and yet I know I'm not missing anything. Like, I really feel like I'm not missing anything. But this chapter, the reveal of the face, that's obviously the big thing. But I love the fact that Oda is continuing with the fact that all these guys are fodder, okay? Like, even Duval, right? Even he's fodder. Once the face is revealed, it's just like, how the hell did Hachi, one, get caught? I know Hachi's an idiot. Hachi's an idiot because he fell for Zoro's, trolling back during All Long Parks. I can see how Hachi got caught. But at the same time, it's just like, what's the point of this arc? I feel like I gotta ask that because if Duval's the main guy and Sanji takes him out with a kick, it's not really damn impressive. And he's got a really cool ability where he's firing these spears and they've got the poison on it. I thought that was pretty cool, pretty crafty. And I like how one of the things that you see is once Sanji's just like, yeah, I pissed you off. How many people is it? Like, Sanji, it's like, this dude was a dirtbag at some point, man. I wouldn't call him a dirtbag so much as Sanji has the problem that a lot of people say I have, which is sometimes I get to feeling myself so much that, I don't realize I'm being arrogant, and yet I am. And so sometimes, different things come out, or I'll make like a face at you or something, and if I'm making a face, I know I'm making a face. I just don't give a fuck. But one of the things that you see with Sanji, he's just ticking off like the list. Like, it can't be this guy, can't be this guy, can't be this guy. It was pretty soon ago. What the hell? Like, Sanji's just racking his head up. It's like, Sanji's like that guy where he sleeps with so many different women, he can't even keep the name straight. That's how it is with him. And when I first, read the whole thing about Sanji, it's like, well, you pissed me off. First one went to my head because Sanji's such a pervert and a ladies' man. I said he either perved on another lady that was with somebody, or Sanji put some moves on somebody and took somebody's girl. Because, I mean, he's a cook And I mean, for a lot of my younger viewers, I mean, if you can get in the kitchen and whip up something like that's really attractive, especially nowadays, because most women nowadays can't cook worth a damn. So if you can go in there and throw something down, just a little tip. But what's really cool about this whole thing is Oda continues the whole train of fodder, and one of the things that we see is they're like, oh, we have women on the ship. I really don't want to kill a woman. And then I'm going through, like, they just fought some really powerful people at Eames Lobby. Like, do you not understand how strong they are? And even Nico Robin, she feels herself, man. Like, I'm starting to love me some Nico Robin now, because Robin's just like, you can try and kill me if you want to. Like, go ahead. I'm begging you to do it. Like, that is so cool, the fact that Robin is getting into the point where she's trolling now. Because, again, if you just recall when she first joined the crew, you really wouldn't have got that. And yet now you are seeing that. And, got Nami, she's standing on top of some type of post or something. And it's like the flag area. And she's got the Mirage going on. And the guy swings the club. Looks like he disembowels her. And I'm like, dude, how hard did he hit her? And ends up breaking apart. Nami says, too bad, it's Mirage. Watch out for the storm ahead. And I thought that was pretty cool, the fact that she was able to combine her attacks like that. I mean, it's, showing more growth. And I like the fact that, a character who's supposed to be in the useless category is actually putting in some work. So I thought that was pretty cool just to see that. I also like how Nico Robin very easily uses those hands of hers to kind of dismantle one of those flying riders. And that's when Luffy comes out. Luffy's just running all over the damn place. He's like, the big guy's coming and he's got a cow. And I'm going, he's got a cow? Where the hell did the cow come from? Did I miss something? I started to flip back to look. Because I was like, I don't recall the cow. And I said, let me just keep reading. Like, Luffy's probably trying to say he's as big as a cow. I mean, Luffy's a big idiot. Sure enough, Duval is on this cow. He's on a cow and he's riding through. And I laughed my ass off because he's trampling everything. He's like, how could you guys get fodderized by these nothingness people? And I'm going, dude, like, later on I'm going, Sanji just fodderized you. Get the fuck out of here. But I love the fact that Oda just randomly inserted a cow into this because it's that animal obsession. I'm telling you, dude, like Oda went to some type of animal farm or something, some type of petting zoo, and got inspired, and that's how he came up with this One Piece shit, because he's got animals all over the place. But I really think this is pretty genius, and I'm going to kind of close my review off here. I really think it's kind of genius, the fact that Oda did touch on the fact that you have people who are mistaken identities and crimes and stuff, One thing I think is pretty fucked up is, like, I could be driving, I've had this happen, I could be driving and I get pulled over and I'm told, like, oh, this car matched the description of a car that was stolen, or you look like this, and it's just like, are you fucking serious? I don't have a criminal record. Are you fucking serious? All you do is run my fucking plates. This is my license. It's not whatever, do what you gotta do. But like shit like that happens in the real world, and Oda kind of touched on that, and it's kind of crazy if you can just imagine it, the fact that you got this dude who says he's not even a pirate, and yet the Navy and the world government is hunting him down because he's supposed to be this big bad pirate. And I love the fact that Oda has that slipped in there. At the same time, we're on the cover page, you have CP9 being hunted down for the world, from the world government because they failed. And that's where I want to end off my review, because I like the fact that you're seeing in the corresponding cover page how it directly ties into the events of this chapter, though albeit not in the same way, at least not directly the same way, and yet it's the same theme. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm wondering if we're going to see something with CP9. I'm expecting them to continue to be bad guys, but I'm wondering if we're going to see something where through these cover pages, if we see some type of redemption for them. And redemption for an antagonist isn't necessarily they become a good guy. I know with shonens, that's typically the pattern that happens. They become a bad guy, then they be more morally gray, and then they come over to the good side. Not necessarily if you just look at classic literature tropes and writing. Sometimes the redemption for the bad guy can be something as simple as them rediscovering their existence. And they continue to follow the path of the tyrant, which means that they continue to fall further into the darkness. They move away from whatever their original calling was. So this would be really cool if through these cover pages we get to learn more about the different members of CP9. But my chapter question for you guys, I'm going to have two. One, am I kind of hidden in the right way with this whole Sanji thing? Because it can't be a fucking mistake that 494 chapters in, all of a sudden we find out that the face that was on this bounty is actually someone else's face who isn't even a pirate, which means that Sanji could literally walk into the world government right now, like wherever their headquarters is. Sanji could walk in there and nobody would know who he is. Nobody would know who he is because that's not his face. That's not something done by mistake. And then my second question to you guys is, what are your thoughts on the whole thing with mistaken identity? You know, what would you do if you're in that type of situation? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have an awesome day.